Well, hi everyone, and we're back. Hey Keith, what's going
Hey,
on?
Pete. I'm good. How are you this
I'm all right,
afternoon
yeah.
where you?
Well, weather report.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, it was super sunny, and now it's. I've got two t-shirts on and a jumper. Anyway, weather report out of the way.
Yeah.
We're nearly there in summer, but so he messaged me overnight and made a suggestion that we make a video about pacing, and I
Yeah.
quickly wrote back and said, "Yeah, let's do it,"
Mhm.
because this is pacing seems to be still a problem for us too, actually, isn't it? If we have to be honest, we're not Saint Keith or Saint Peter,
No.
and I don't think do we know anybody that's sort of a super pacer, like and I've not met
I have
anyone.
yet to meet anybody who's got it perfectly dialed in. Some are better than others, but it's something I think we all struggle with.
Yeah. Why do you think we sort of, why do you think me, you, and everybody else out there have problems with pacing our activities or pacing ourselves and our activities?
So a really
What?
good question. I can only speak for myself. And I think there is an overarching psychological issue to it. And after years of living with pain or another health issue that can limit us, it's really hard to not have that control.
Yeah.
You and so even though in the front of our minds we know I need to slow down or take a break or break this thing up into bits and pieces, I think in the back of our mind
Yeah.
there's that part that says, no, you don't want to be controlled by your health issue,
Yeah.
and you're just going to do it and you're going to push through and you want to prove to yourself. That was a big thing
Yeah.
for me, proving to myself, proving to others. It's
Yeah.
just this constant need to not feel like you're defined by your
Yeah.
illness. So even though we know we need to slow down, or at least
Yeah.
I do, I still to this day will overdo it at times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Me too.
yeah.
And just I think it's I don't know if it's just a trait that never leaves us, etc. But sometimes I know when I reflect back, I think sometimes we trying to keep up with other people
Yes.
through pressure and whatever.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah. It's the fear
and
of being, missing out. You don't want to be left out.
yeah,
You want to
yeah,
be like
yeah,
others.
yeah.
That's that. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's so, but for me, pacing is take. I mean, I can only talk for what I learned on the pain management program
Hmm.
back in
Hmm.
'96, and it talks about taking a break before you think you need to.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there listening. I still remember it to this day. I'm sitting here thinking, well, I'm saying, well, hang on, that's common sense, isn't it? Uh,
No.
yeah. I said
I
to
don't
myself,
know.
yeah, what? Yeah, that doesn't sound too tricky. So why don't
Hmm.
I do that? Taking a break before you think you need to,
Hmm.
I don't
Yeah.
overdo because back before then I was, like all this, we fall into that boom and bust cycle. We do more on
Yeah.
good days, less on bad days, and
Yeah.
whatnot. But to take a break before you think you need to, and I thought to myself, well, this sounds really simple. And then he talked about setting out a baseline, and once you've got a baseline, blah blah blah, um, you know. But anyway, when I started to do about pacing, they were right. When I started to learn practicing pacing, that it's like they said that when you pace yourself, you will find that you'll be able to do more throughout the day,
Yes.
but without increasing your pain or your symptoms.
Yeah.
And I thought, and the bloody hell, they were right.
Yeah.
And it sounds probably, is it too simple for people to understand? I mean, I don't think it's complicated, but why, I mean, what's your take on that?
Well, I agree with you. I don't think it is complicated. I think what's complicated is that we're human beings and our emotions and our thoughts get in the way. But you just said it, the fundamental positive that comes from pacing is that in the end you can do more without, harming yourself. What seems to be hard is we get caught up in those moments And we know, in my case and probably your case, your pain is starting to go up and you're like in your head, you should be taking a break, but you're like, I just need to finish this, or I'm just going to push
Yeah.
on through. But that will put you in a deficit. And
Yeah.
it's just in those moments, it's hard to think rationally. We're still thinking emotionally. And so it takes time, and I've gotten better at over time. I am by no means perfect. I still put myself in deficit, but I'm getting better at recognizing when I'm like, I need to just stop because
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Um, I think it's hard. It's hard to get out of our own heads sometimes and realize that we're doing more harm to ourselves than we would be if we just take that break and come back to something later.
And yet we, me and you, we've got our little bad boys here. They've
Yep.
got the mobile phones. I mean, do you ever
Yep.
let your mobile phone run out when it's got no battery left?
No, right? Would you ever let it go right flat? Never.
No.
No.
Well, why not?
No.
Because you may want to use it and think, oh heck, I can't.
It's, yeah. No good to me when the battery's dead.
It's up there,
Yeah, there it is.
And it's the same thing. We're in our motor vehicles.
Yep.
You look at the fuel gauge and you think, oh, well, I'm running out of fuel. I'm low on fuel here. I better stop and look around, look around for the refuel. You know,
Yeah.
where we got a car, motor engine,
Hmm.
little pistons, ding, 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 like that.
Yep.
Or in the new ones like the electric, you would never let your battery in your electric car run down on a journey, or
Hmm.
you stop and look around, recharge, or put
Yep.
some fuel some
Yep.
gas in the car, like your van.
Yep.
So, but we do that we do that. We look after our phones, and we look after our vehicles, but we don't look after ourselves.
I think that is such a perfect way to simplify why this is. We're very, very good at looking after things.
Yeah,
We're not as good as looking after ourselves. But like you said, we would never let these other things that we rely
yeah,
on
yeah,
run down. But we rely on ourselves, but we let ourselves run down.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I've read some recently, and in the recent years, people come out with other ways of pacing and whatnot, but I've always stuck with what I learned from the input program simply
Hmm.
because it works for me, and it seems a simple way of doing stuff, etc.
Hmm.
But hey, listen, if anybody else knows of better ways on reminding
Yeah.
themselves to pace themselves, then great, Um, so, I'll tell you, give another example of pacing, I was out in the garden the other day, and sometimes I get
Hmm.
carried away
Yep.
and, so, I have to, I've actually forgot to actually put a reminder on my phone or the alarm on
Okay.
to say, yeah, the alarm goes off. So that you to
Hmm.
take a pacing break. So we can use, everybody
Yeah.
doesn't like technology, but,
Yeah.
we've got our technologies at hand to remind us to take a pacing break.
That's a great idea because, like you say, if you're doing something you enjoy, which is good because we
Yeah,
talk about distraction as being something to help us manage it. But
yeah,
if you get too lost in it, then you go past that point of no return and you're like, oh, I've gone too
yeah,
far. Great. That's a
yeah,
simple but very helpful tool. Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
So people out there, if you've got any idea, any ways out, tell us how you pace. We'd like to. So drop us a line or make a short video, send me and Keith a video
Yeah.
where you pace yourself. That'd be super good.
Yep. We'd love to hear it.
Um, I
Mhm.
think we'll wrap it up there, Keith.
I think so. We've given all of our hard-earned experience about how we
Yeah,
don't always do it right ourselves, but
yeah,
how fundamentally important pacing is to ourselves and our health. And so it's just something I know that you and I wanted to talk about to others because it's hard to do, but we just know how important it
yeah.
is. Mhm.
So look after yourself, guys, everyone. Keith, have a pacing. I know your day's just starting, so have a pacing day.
I plan on it.
And I've got a couple of hours left in my days. I'm going to pace a little bit more today as well. So take
There
care.
you go.
And we'll see everybody next week. Got any questions at all about you want to ask us? Don't forget to just drop us a message, and myself and Keith will be only too pleased to answer any questions about
Absolutely.
support your self management. Take care,
Yeah.
everyone.
All right.
Like
Thanks,
yourself,
everyone.
Michelle. See you next week, everyone.
Till next
Ciao.
time. Thanks.